This is Vicky Bharti here. Today I'm with a topic happy teachers creates happy classroom. So before we start, I would like to speak with some protocolic lines. Honorable Principal who is not present here. My dear teachers, happy teachers. The topic that we have to witness today is all about happy teachers create happy classrooms. First of all, with honesty, I would like to have some response from your side. Please tell me how many of you are happy teachers? Are you? That's great. The fact is, we cannot bring happiness, affection in our working place until unless we ourselves are happy. First of all, we need to understand our roles. Teacher's role in a classroom. It is the teacher who leads the class, commands the class, and builds the environment in the class, whether environment is positive or negative, healthy or toxic. It's all about our creativity, our performance, our thought, our ideas. As we have noticed, that many of us are as depressed as hell, and when we go in the class, we make the class very toxic, unhealthy, very depressed, stressed. When children look at you, they either become angry or become stressed. We have to think over it. Generally, we find two kind of teachers. The first one, when they enter in the class, I would not like to take the names, sorry, but the class is out of their control. And we have some teachers like Mukesh sir also. When he enters in the class or in the lobby, there is some kind of bhagdad or some kind of uproar happens there. It's also not cool, sir. This much fear is not good for healthy environment. First of all, we need happy appearance, like that smiling. Teachers have to be happy in their appearance. Only then the classroom will be blessed with affectionating environment. Now suppose, if you yourself are not happy, how do you suppose the classroom to be happy? Obviously not. And happy does not mean that students are out of control, they are making uproar, they are making noise, and they are not giving you the deserving regard. So happy appearance means a positive environment that you create, because you are the environment builder, environment creator. So happy appearance is very necessary. Now you might think in your mind that I have a lot of problem, I have lots of problem. How can I be happy? Dear teachers, all of us, none of us is without any problem. All of us are in problematic situation. Some problems that we can share, a lot of things are there we cannot share. But yes, there is none of us who is without problem. However, teacher is the best actor. A teacher has to put mask of happiness on his face or her face before he enters or she enters in the class. We just have to leave all our burden and problem, the family problem, the issues, all we have to leave behind the classroom. And then we have to enter. As the students look at us, the classroom, the students, their performance is just all about the reflection of our personality. How we appear over there, it's all about the classroom. Two very important things are there. In creating happy classroom, two things are very necessary. You might get confused that how these two things are connected, but these two things are directly connected to that happiness. Lesson plan and the interaction. When we have a good lesson plan, we have the content and the idea what we are going to deliver today. Class will be very engaging and it maintains that happiness, that prosperity, that kind of healthy environment. Interaction. Interaction is also very necessary. Depressed teachers do not interact with the students. They come, they start their lesson and they finish their lesson. And the students think when you started and what did you teach. They kept thinking like this. Interaction is very, very necessary. The main benefit, the chief benefit of the interaction is we have to make every and each student feel, make him aware that I am aware of your presence. You are here and I am aware of it. And that is why we have to keep on interacting with each of them. If we just leave them, any of them, it will give a very negative impact on their mind. Definitely. They will think that I am out of their sight. I am out of the radar. A teacher knows. As I told you, teachers are the best actors. Teachers are also the inspectors. No one can inspect better than we teachers. We have all the duties like checking their nails and checking their bags. We are inspectors also. So multiple duties we have. So there must be interactional classes. Classes should not be like lecture method only. Lecture method is a type of method, but it is not your permanent method. You have to bring changes all the time. Another factors. Two main factors I told you, that lesson plan and interaction. Some other factors we have. The proper attention plays key role. As I told you, the classes must be interaction based and proper attention plays key role, that is just connected with each other. If we are doing some interaction with the students, we are going individually to everyone. As many students as possible, we can attend them individually, personally. So they just get a message that sir is very attentive and he is paying personal attention towards us. So it gives just positivity, no negativity. It brings in their mind that he is aware of our condition, our position, our circumstances, how much water we are in, and it motivates them to study properly. Avoid criticizing students. I have observed many of the teachers, just because of their negative mind, they just all the time criticize the students. It's not the way. Criticizing is good, but not all the time. And the criticism is good, but with some positive review, with positive statements. But the common dialogue is, you can't do it. तुमसे नहीं होगा. I don't mind, but I have heard some teachers who are asking the caste of the students. Which caste do you belong to? I think this is what I have heard. And they just analyze the students' mind with the caste. I was laughing at that, but really it's a serious matter. So such negative elements, such negative points are there. Criticism that you can't do. See the boy next to you, he is doing well. Why are you not doing? Admire for every trivial effort. Like criticism is going on. You know how to criticize, but you forgot to admire them. तारीफ करना भूल गया. We just have to admire the children too. Not only for the studies, but whatsoever. Suppose he is good at singing, any other activity, we can give practical examples in the classes. XYZ, the students are sitting over there. We can say that no one sings better than XYZ, no one plays better than ABC. So, for the trivial effort, like you consider somebody is below average, and if he gains, if he improves by 1 mark only, in the last examination he opted 37 and the next examination he is 20, 38, 39. 1 or 2 marks he get more. We have to appreciate that too. For every trivial effort, for every tiny effort that is putting into, we have to appreciate for that. Praise other skills besides the study. Like I told you, we cannot equalize everybody on the basis of study. Everybody has different skills. And no doubt, our government has come to know, got aware of this fact that only study cannot be the base of your talent and skill. That is why they are bringing the other curricular activities and main subject in national education policy of modern India. So only study is not the base of your skill. If he or she is better, good at something else, we have to appreciate that, we have to welcome that. Make them believe that education is more than books. Today, just because of overburdened syllabus, it has become our duty, the firm duty, the chief duty, just to finish the syllabus, whether he or she understood or not. And the message is going in their mind that the whole thing in the book is the only education over there. That is why they have forgot the moral lessons, the etiquettes, the manner, and many more things. They think finishing the completion of the syllabus is the education. Biggest lie. Biggest lie. Education means overall development, not to finish the syllabus only. Not to finish the syllabus only. For last few years, we have observed that in the COVID time, 30% of the syllabus was deleted. Now, we are out of that. However, if you observe, as per my research, 15% syllabus is still deleted. If I am right, you can just correct me if I am wrong. So 15% syllabus is still deleted. So were those chapters not important? The chapters were important. But the chapters were not everything for the education. Even if you have finished all your chapters, except those 15% syllabus, and you have time enough to finish that, you can do that. And you should do that. Because you are not teaching them to face the examination only. As I told you, it's all about overall development. Next please. Yes. Unhappy teachers. What do they do? Some of us, we should not lie. The thing is, this is fact. Some of us are very unhappy, and teachers like us, like unhappy teachers, leads to unhappy classroom. They go in depression. I would like to give an example. Like a company, any company you can check ABC. It is owned by some owner. And if he does not find the expected result, expected benefit, he makes pressure. He makes pressure upon the CEO, and the CEO does the same thing on the managers. Managers don't find anybody else, so they start just making pressure over the clerks. And clerks don't find anybody, so they start making pressure on peons. And Peons don't find anybody, so they beat their wives at their homes. And wives, in frustration, she beats her children. So this is how the depression works. We are passing one to another. Positivity can also be passed like that. So that leads to an unhappy classroom. In your depression, many of time, I tell you, you must have observed, you must have experienced this after getting somebody. You observe, not all the time, but sometimes you observe this. That I have given him one extra slap just because of my own frustration. He deserved 3 slaps, but I gave him 4. That was just because of my own depression. So that's a bad thing. Physical punishment. Nowadays it has been lesson. In our time, हम लोग अपने टाइम में मुर्गा मुर्गी सब बन चुके हैं. किसी का वेट ज्यादा होता था तो उसको बत्तख बोल दिया जाता था. But physical punishment is still on the way. It's being offered to the students, our lovely students. We should avoid it. Like many of the incidents has turned into accidents in our schools. Somebody slapped on the ear and his operation has been done, something like that. And the teacher was now facing a case by the guardian. We have to avoid the physical punishment. And this is just because of the unhappiness in our mind. We criticize the students for everything. We don't give jam claim to ourselves. If something happened good, we take the full credit. They are my students, sir. He's got 98% is my student. But in the same class, if somebody is getting 33, he is irregular. Whether he is very regular, we say he is irregular. We criticize for everything. Somewhere down the line, we have to notice that. Somewhere down the line, we are responsible for everything. We should not take the claims for every positive things, but negative too. Unhappy teachers avoid interaction, as I mentioned. They start the class with the lesson, and repeatedly, every day, they are just going in the same way. When they enter in the classroom, from very far the student observes, he is coming, she is coming. Then they start taking yawn. And before you enter, they come with so sad face, sir, I have to go for the payments. Sir, it's very emergency, let me go to the washroom. He or she does not want to face you. And that is not because you are not completely culprit of that. They are also involved in that. But yes, to a very extent, काफी हद तक आप भी जिम्मेवार हैं, मैं भी जिम्मेवार हूँ. We do not want to interact with them. We just fulfill our duty. We just finish our duty. And you must think now that I am criticizing our duty. It's not like that. We have also been penetrated by the pressure. So, next slide please. We are not unhappy unnecessarily. There are reasons, firm reasons. Stressed of overburden. According to CBSE, CBSE says a teacher must be given 5 to 6 periods per day. In USA, a teacher conducts 2 to 3 lectures a day. And that maintains the quality of teaching, that maintains the performance of teaching. As I told you, we are not responsible for everything. If our performance is declining just because of this stress of overburden, CBSE says we should have 40 students maximum in a class. We have 55, 60, 70 in the schools. When inquiry comes, we change the register at that time. So yes, nothing is Without partnership in this crime, we are partnership. Some pressures are also on us. So just because of overburden, personal life problems, we cannot avoid that. In national survey of society, 38% of the teachers leave their jobs just because of personal problems, and 8% teachers leave their jobs because of salary issue. If you have salary issue, that means you feel insecurity. You don't feel blessed, you don't feel comfortable with your salary. Let me ask you, how many of you are satisfied with your salary? And how many of you are not satisfied with your salary? Please raise your hand. Some are very neutral, nobody is just giving a response. Actually, see, satisfaction has no limitation. We teachers have the biggest problem of inferiority complex. We think that the person who is working in staff selection commission or the police department or something else is getting more money than us. I was teaching him, he became an officer today, and I'm here just. So this inferiority complexion we have to remove from our mind. We have to respect our work. Then other people can respect us. First of all, we are just responsible for being disrespected from the society. There was a message in the society. Still it is. People say, if you can't become anything in your life, become a teacher. So simple. They say, just like becoming a teacher is an easy task. It's a very easy task. They think so. And just because of the policies of government, such mentality, such temperament occurred in the mind of the people. Actually, yes, it's a fact. Many of us have started something else, and due to the abortiveness, we started teaching. Personal life problems lead us to leave the job. Somebody is getting breakup, somebody is getting divorced. Lots of problems are there. Somebody is not satisfied economically. Insecurity in jobs. Like I told you, with the personal life problems, 38% teachers leave the jobs out of 100%. And 8 to 9% people leave their jobs because of insecurity. And same percentage is there, they leave the job because of salary issue. I agree, nobody is satisfied with their salary. But let me ask you, who is satisfied? Which department? No one. If you go in the ground reality, go to the grassroots level and find out. No one. Whether it is corporate world, insurance sector, marketing, whatsoever, they are not satisfied with our salary. So if you make the benchmark of satisfaction, the salary, salary is not the benchmark of satisfaction. There must be some job satisfaction. You are not a teacher because it's an easy task. You became a teacher because you think you can become a teacher. You deserve this post. It's not an easy task. The performance you can do, the class conduction you can do. Can it be done by everybody? Not at all. We understand what is our job. So we have to learn how to respect ourselves, our job, our profession. Then we can expect from somebody else to respect our profession. Today, society is not ready to give you that respect, that deserving respect. Till Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan had, in his name we celebrate Teachers Day. But we are responsible for that. We do not respect our profession. This is the honest statement. Exceptionals are there. People, teachers, without our profession. This is one of the main reasons of unhappiness. We doubt our profession. We think our profession cannot provide us anything. But why do you forget to look at the positive side? When students come to you, they touch your feet, they consider you like a celebrity sometimes. Except the celebrities, teachers are the only professionals. Teachers are the only professionals who can feel the enjoyment of being celebrated. When students celebrate them, students treat them like they are our fans. Yes, it's also a fact. So we have to stop doubting our profession. अगर हम अपने प्रोफेशन को खुद ही इज्जत नहीं करेंगे, आदर नहीं करेंगे, हम कैसे उम्मीद कर सकते हैं किसी और से भी कि वो हमारे प्रोफेशन पे इज्जत करें, रिस्पेक्ट करें. हमारा प्रोफेशन का रिस्पेक्ट है तो हमारी क्या रिस्पेक्ट होगी? Obviously. So we have to respect our profession. We have to stop doubting our profession. Yes. Now, very big question in small letters. Are you a teacher by choice or by compulsion? That's a big question. So 99% will say, before I give any statement, I would like to ask you, are you a teacher by choice or by compulsion? Compulsion? Anyone teacher by choice like me? I'm a teacher by choice, by the way. I have been teaching since 2008, for last 15 years approx. When I say this, people look at me, how old are you? I said, don't doubt. But yes, okay, let's accept the reality. If 99% of us have come in this profession with compulsion, it was not their first choice. Let's accept it. Then, what is the solution? First of all, we have to understand the definition of what is teaching. Teaching is a profession that treats with mind and trains them. If you go through this definition, no one else can do this. Teaching is a profession that treats with mind and trains the mind. We people, we are in the best profession. The people who are treating with mind and training the mind, who are better than that? You are generating society by developing minds. We are the people who are responsible for generating new society, developing mind. We people. So we are in the best profession. So inferior complexity you will have to leave from your mind. Next up. That's all. Thank you.